Only Dude here, aka Cowboy Custodian. So it is really nice. Finally got a day where it's below 90 degrees. Looking at probably the highs of 75, closer to maybe 80. Humidity's low. I have been dying to get up on the school roof. So I got my bag with some caulk and I'm gonna head up this ladder. I'm gonna head up, get up on that roof. Pretty far up there. I've done a video once about being up here on the roof, but while I'm up there, I'm gonna check some other stuff. But figured I'd bring you guys along. All right, I'm up here. So what I'm gonna focus on is maybe these areas here. Ooh, it's kind of soft in spots. These areas like right here. I know this is wet right now, but I feel like this water from the condensation drain is running down and these areas aren't sealed as much. You got a gap right there. Look at that gap. That's pretty bad. So rainwater and stuff just gets in there and just runs down this roof, and we got leaks in places in the building. So I think we got that throughout this building. There's just areas where the caulking is definitely gone away. Here's a spot. You know, water's just running down there, so that's not, and this is all cracked. Look at that. It's just old. So I think we got going on throughout the building. Oh. Guys left a belt here. Looks like a perfectly good belt. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back down real quick, get some towels or paper towels or something, and dry off these HVAC curbs. And I've shut the system off to help keep the water down. Basically, I turned it up because that way it doesn't get too hot for them in there, because it'll get warm in there quick. But at least dry that off so that I can make that caulking around those spots. I'll show you. So as I mentioned before, like I want to be able to caulk this area right here, but I can't because there's water constantly running down there. So if I can get all this caulked up along that edge on both sides, that may help to prevent water from running down into here and leaking into the building. So I got to turn off the gym as well and turn that up so that it's not running, because water is just running down this, bouncing off this unit and splitting between the two. So that's why, I mean, there's no drain on this side. You can see there's no drain. So that water is coming from that unit up above it. So I'm gonna have to shut it off too so that it isn't draining, to dry it up so I can get that put on there. Either that, or I may start at the other end of the building. I gotta go all the way over there where the church steeple is. So I may actually start there, kind of make my way back because it's kind of dry over there, and then come back and do this later, because probably by that time most everybody's going to be gone, and especially in the gym, and I don't have to worry about the units even being on whatsoever. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Makes more sense. So something else I noticed is when they replaced the gymnasium air conditioners, the rooftops, they only replaced three of them. This is the original for the gym. It's like the main system. Everything is programmed off of this. And then there's one right there that's brand new, back in 21. And then I jump over to the other side, either 21 or 22. Then you got one there and one there. And this is the only one that runs, along with the main one right there that's old. So I'm trying to figure out, talk to the HVAC company several times about how these two units do not heat, do not cool. When the units turn on, this one and that one turn on, these two over here, the blowers are the only thing that come on. No heating, no cooling. Which this has been going on now for 4+ years since they've been replaced, maybe 5. That puts a lot of wear and tear on those other units because they're the ones having to carry the loads. So now I'm starting to wonder, maybe they're set up for 2-stage, and I need to reprogram the thermostat for 2-stage so that these other ones will kick on eventually and help carry the load. But I walked through the whole roof and kind of took note of a lot of the stuff that's up here, so I have a little bit better idea of what's going on. But it is kind of cool to be up here. It is a nice day. This place is just busy. You got Walmart and stuff across the street. Eventually I'm gonna get my drone out and do some aerial footage while I'm up here doing all this. But I don't mind being on roofs. I don't like getting up on the ladders. I used to climb trees and run bucket trucks and everything. Never bothered me whatsoever. But man, you get on a ladder, it's just something about it. But so this building was done in 2 sections. This is basically the bigger building with the gym and the classrooms. And then this section drops down about 2 feet. And it's a little bit shorter in width. And from this section here where I'm gonna drop down is all out sanctuary and the little bit of classrooms and office on the church side. So I'm gonna jump down and we'll walk over there to where the steeple's at, and then all those right there need to be done. And I think that'll help with some of our leaking issues. All right, that's the difference between the two. All right, walk over here and we'll start from the bottom, just kind of make my way up. These other areas, it gets warm up here, man. This metal, although it's green, it deflects a little bit, but it's hot on my bottom of my foot. But these overlaps, and these are what's kind of holding it down, so I don't see any type of caulking or anything in that. So it leads me to believe that that's not really an issue for possible areas of leakage. I think it's going to be more around these penetrations. You can see where they're starting to really wear out. I don't want to be up here too long, so I'm going to get up here and do this pretty quick. But that there, I don't know what happened, but it's like bent. So I think I'll go ahead and just caulk that up. And this here doesn't look too bad. I've never seen any leakage around it either, but you can see it's pretty coated. So I may just put a layer on it just for protection, but otherwise I might just leave it alone. All right, I'm gonna work on this one. All right, just for reference, this is what I'm using. It's Gorilla Waterproof Caulk and Seal, 100% silicone sealant. I've used it for windows, I've used it around door, and it's 100% waterproof. It never yellows or anything. So it's good in rain, in less than 30 minutes, mildew and mold resistant, seals out water and air moisture, and it's got a flexible formula. Lifetime guarantee. I mean, this stuff it's a white and it works pretty good. So I like using this stuff. It's a little more expensive, about a little less than $10 a tube, but boy, does it get the job done. There we go. Not perfect, but it's better than what it was. That'll dry up nicely in about 30 minutes or so, especially as warm as it is. And hopefully that'll hold for the next several years. So now I'm gonna go over here. I noticed there's some spots on the side there where it looks like the caulking is worn away. So I think I'm just gonna cover it up just around this part here. And you can see like there's some holes and stuff right in there. Maybe just reseal that. The rest of it looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and guess I'll start working on that. Let me go ahead and see if I can do this one-handed. Let's see. Not too concerned about it being perfect or anything. Just improving on what's already there, which is getting really, really old. So just make sure I get a nice coating on that. This stuff is really warm, so it's really soft. Right up here at the steeples where I'm going next. I think in that area right there is where it may be leaking. So I'm gonna go check it out. But this is all good. Doesn't need to be perfect or anything. Just want it to be able to seal. So here's where I think is going on. There's a couple spots, like right there, where you can tell there's an opening. The rest of this is really kind of going downhill, but I think water could be running down into that. and could be going somewhere. It looks like there's some type of metal on the back side of this that seals that up, but I don't know. Figured I would just put a bead right across that just to be on the safe side. There we go. We got it done. Now this bottom part down here may have been pointless, because I'm sure based off of where it's at, the steeple is probably just sitting on this roof and it's just cut in, and maybe it's braced inside somewhere. I don't know. I'm guessing that's probably what this hatch is for, so you can get in and get to the brace. But regardless, I figured, what the hey, it's not gonna hurt anything. I don't see any point doing this side. I mean, unless rain is blowing in there, it's probably towards the center. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna redo the just around those lights. There's one there and one on the other side, and locked in and sealed in so they don't have any potential leaks. Whew, a little warmer on this side. This has a huge gap right there. See that? I gotta wonder if that doesn't have an effect on this. Again, it may not even do anything, but I'm gonna caulk that up anyways in hopes that maybe that's what's causing the leaking down below. I got those done. That's all sealed up. I had to put a lot in there because that gap was pretty big. Maybe that'll help deal with some of the leaks that we've got going down below. What that looks like down in that preschool room, it's pretty bad. It's got to be coming from the steeple somewhere, somehow. That's just what we got to figure. And now I'm onto these outdoor air dampers for the two systems on this side. I really think this one was leaking pretty good. I mean, aside from rain coming in through the vent itself, which I find that hard to believe, unless the wind is just totally blowing rain up inside that, it was leaking all the way down to the inside. This one wasn't leaking so bad, but this one was really bad. So I'm wondering if maybe the seal around it is just gone bad and it's penetrating through. So on these here, this gasket, the boot is all wore out. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I kind of got a shadow, but this, see, look at that. That just comes right off. And I think rain, this tube goes right through here and this boot seals up to it. So definitely need to get some caulk around this, because I think the rain's coming down inside there and causing it to leak down below. I don't know that it's penetrating through this or not, but I might just seal all those here and here especially. You can see they're all dry rot. Some of that caulking, like look at that one, that caulk is sitting down inside that boot. Water just gets down in behind there and it just drips. It's been doing it for years. Okay. Again, it's not the cleanest, but I think that'll hopefully do. I'm trying not to step on the seams, because when you do, it moves everything. I don't think these are as bad, but if I do that over here, those boots that are around the gasket that I sealed up, they start flexing, and I want it to seal before I start getting more flex on it. But I'm really hoping that solves the problem that we have right now with these leaking in the room. All right, I ran out of caulk. I'm gonna have to run over to Walmart and get some more. Whew, it's definitely warm up here, but it is, with the breeze and stuff, it is a lot cooler than what it has been. So I praise the Lord for that. All right, I'm gonna take a break for now, get down off this ladder, and then I'll come back up and we'll get back into it after I get back from Walmart. Okay, I'm back up on the roof. I'm gonna try to finish up this section I'm doing right here, and try to get it all finished up all the way up to that edge up over there. So then after that, I think I'm gonna go over here, and there's a couple that I need to get done, and so I'm gonna work on that and probably put the drone up in the air and fly around while I'm doing it. I think that'd be kind of cool to watch. Don't you? Sure. All right, let's get her done. Okay, down off this ladder. Well, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. This is probably one of the best things I enjoy about my job, is besides the people that I get to work with, which are really good, including my beautiful wife, but just having these odd jobs that I get to do on an off and on basis. It's never just one thing. And that's just makes this whole job exciting and fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Also support the channel by subscribing and hit the bell icon so you're notified of new content as I upload it. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.